It is the 10th wedding anniversary of Charlie and Myra Brock. Charlie is the deputy mayor of New York City, and it's their 10th anniversary, and they've invited some of their best friends to come to their home to celebrate, and it goes downhill from there. So as the couples arrive, they find out that it's not the party they thought it would be. And there are some secrets that should be kept. And then the next couple arrives, and we have to decide now, what can we tell them about what we know and what we don't know? And it's all of the confusion of those stories that start to mount up that adds to a lot of the comedy.
So this is Neil Simon.
This is Neil Simon at his very best. This is a little bit later Neil Simon than maybe some people know. It's The Barefoot in the Park and The Odd Couple and Brighton Beach Memoirs and all this. This is later Neil Simon, and I think it's his best show. I really do.
My character is Claire, and she is rather sarcastic, kind of ditzy, a little bit aloof, has some definite opinions about her husband, Lenny. Lenny is played by Max Seymour.
So this is a party, so you're one of the couples?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, we arrive second, and hilarity ensues.
A little bit of dark humor, isn't it?
From time to time, yeah. Some physical humor, some dark humor, just some straightforward cracking jokes.
I guess I mean, I like working with Steve. I've worked with him many times, the director. It's a Neil Simon show. What's not to like about it, right? It's hijinks ensue, funny. I was up for the challenge.
So how would you grade this as far as with other Neil Simon, you know, The Odd Couple, Brighton Beach, Memoirs?
I think it's right up there with him. I think this is his only farce. It's what, I don't know. But it's a good show. It's a good show. Yeah.
So there's a lot of like physical humor. There's a lot of jokes or
constant jokes. Yeah, I don't know about physical. Right? I wouldn't say it's slapstick necessarily, but there are plenty of jokes and plenty of laughs to be had throughout the show.
What kind of challenges were there?
It's I think with a lot of Neil Simon shows, it's a wordy show, and you got to get the words just right, as our director Steve has said many times. There's a music to it, and there is. So if you say your line right, that sets up the joke 3 lines later. So you got to get the words just right in the right order, and especially with this one, only certain people know what's going on. Only characters know what's going on throughout the show. So you can't tell this person something that they don't know yet. So, you know, that's the challenge, I think, is getting I was with every show, but getting all the words right.
So this is a party, right? And there's like 4 couples, or?
Yeah, 4 couples, and then 2 police officers come in later in the evening.
So things apparently don't go okay in this party,
no,
because otherwise you probably wouldn't have the police officers there.
No, the curtain opens and we're off the rails already. Things are going wrong. So right from the start.
Hello. Yes.
Ernie likes to think of himself as a bit of an analytical whiz. He spends a lot of his time in the show kind of trying to suss out what's going on, explaining it to other people. He's a man after my own heart, I would say. Kindred souls.
Does he get it right?
That's up to interpretation. I'd say come to see the show to find out. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, give me some reasons people should see the show.
I'd say this is at this stage in the rehearsal, this is among one of the tightest shows I've been a part of in a good while, definitely pre-COVID. Besides that, this is a lovely script. It's a lovely group. We have really nice chemistry with each other. I've already learned a lot from a lot of my castmates. Stuff that I thought I knew about acting on stage and being funny in general. It's nice to be improving again and be working with people that are so delightful and so talented.
So you're getting an education.
Oh yes, all for free.
So talk about the scenery here and the furniture and I know you went begging because I saw on Facebook
we
you went
did.
begging.
We did. I don't like to say it that way. We went looking for patrons of the art, and boy, did we find one. We found a place that in the Ashtabula Town Square Mall was a shop that maybe gets overlooked some, but it really shouldn't be. It's called the Curiosity Shop, and it's loaded with very artistically decorated furniture sets. The people that have taken over that place have must have an interior decorator or something, because the furniture is set up and decorated into rooms almost, and they allowed us to go through their whole store and pick anything that we wanted to furnish our set, and it's just been such a boost for us all. And we have some really nice looking stuff that we're trying to be very careful with.
I apologize.
People kind of got rusty, I would say, and there's like a certain amount of fatigue just in all of the illness. Just in general, just besides COVID, I think that there was a lot more illness going on, at least in the last year, with things getting back into the swing of theater. This show I haven't felt that fog, that kind of barrier between me and the other actors when we're really speeding up and getting to stuff that I think is more interesting to watch as an audience member. Stuff that doesn't drag, you know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with taking time in a show, but there's something to be said for not being able to catch your breath. You're laughing so much. And I think that we've achieved that with this show.